Welcome to this step-by-step installation guide for TMVGate. In this video, we'll walk you through the entire process to ensure a smooth setup. Whether you're installing TMVGate for the first time or upgrading an existing installation, follow along and you'll be up and running in no time. Before we begin, make sure your system meets the following requirements. Now, let's get started. Alright, after you've downloaded TMVGate from the website, and you have unzipped the package, this is what you should see. There are two quick start guides that will help you to accelerate your installation. So use the cloud one if you're on IBM Cloud. Otherwise, if you have an on-premise installation, you can use the local one. Now I'm going to start by double-clicking on the installer. That will then prompt me. You just bring it to the main screen. Then you set the license agreement and you decide on your installation folder, click on install. The installation itself is fairly fast and it's done. Now once you've installed it, then we have got to configure TMVGate. So you go to the installation folder, program files, TMVGate, and over here you will see a TMVGate.json. This is essentially where all of the configurations sit. Now, over here for the initial setup, we are just going to amend the relevant settings. So the first one that we'll be changing is the license key. Now this license key will be the one that the TMVGate team sends over to you for your trial or for your permanent license. This TM1 REST API root URL. Now this will be your TM1 server connection. So in my case, my TM1 server is located on my server. Now once you've installed it, then we've got to configure TMVGate. So I'm going to go to my installation directory. So mine was Windows C, program files, TMVGate. And then here you'll see a TMVGate.json. This is where all of our configurations are. I'm going to open it up with Notepad. Inside, you'll see the first one is the license key. You will have to replace this with the license key that the TMVGate team gives to you. The next one is going to be the TM1 API service root URL. Simply, this is where your TM1's server is. So you replace localhost with the server name and the 8010 with the HTTP port. What I like to do is to use the browser to test the connectivity. So over here, I would then type HTTPS 92.168.2.31 and I would point to my port for my S data, and then it's going to be API v1 and I'm going to end that with a metadata. Now if I can see the screen, it means that the server that my TMVGate is on can connect and reach the TM1 database instance. Now at this point, this server is something that you've got to get either from your IT team, or if you're familiar, this would be just where your TM1 server is. As for this port number over here, you can get it from your installation directory for TM1. So you go to program files. For myself, I will go to my server. This is my installation directory for TM1. From here, you can go to your installation folder, your data directory, and you can look for your TM1 config file. Inside the TM1 config file, there's going to be a parameter called HTTP port. This HTTP port number over here, and this would essentially be the port that you'll be using for TMVGate. Now once that's done and you have filled in the API service root URL, then for me, I'm just going to test using basic authentication for now, and then we are pretty much set for the basic test. At a later stage, you can enable the SSL. You can find instructions on how to enable SSL in the guide. Otherwise, if you are using CAM, then you would replace basic with CAM namespace over here, and then you would key in the namespace. If you're using cloud, this would be LDAP. Otherwise, it could be things like 080, whatever the namespace you're using. You can find this namespace definition in your Cognos configuration. Otherwise, I'm going to save the file, and then I'm going to open up services. Type TMVGate, and you can see that the service is not running, so I will then start the service. And now that that's done, we are halfway through. We will now pop over to the URL generator.